What is up, metalheads? What is up? It is Heavy Metal Pokemon here, bringing you our official week 1 of the IBL Season 5 versus the commissioner himself, Brendan Dark Devil 26, and his Marlboro Mudsdales. So he's got a pretty scary team, as you saw from the team builder. If you haven't checked that out, please be sure to check that out down below. I will post it. I will actually have one up, I hope. Anyways, so let's get right let's kind of take a look at the quick team preview real quick, and then we'll get into the battle. So as you guys know, I'm bringing Tapu Koko, Choice Band Zygarde, normal like defensive Claydol, Arcanine, a Jellicent that's supposed to wall Milotic, and Mega Aggron. He's rocking a team of Roserade, Rotom Fan, Mega Diancie, Garchomp, Milotic, and Hitmonchan. So Hitmonchan's an interesting bring. I'm not sure what he brought it for. Maybe just some priority. So that's like the only weird one that I thought. But Roserade and Milotic were definite brings, as you remember from the team builder. So without further ado, let's get right into the battle. Alright, so Brendan's going to issue us a challenge, which that's perfectly fine. Alright, so he's going to lead out with his Roserade. We're going to lead out with our Tapu Koko. Now, I'm not sure what this Roserade's going to do, so I'm just going to U-turn. Hopefully bluff Scarf, because you know he won't see any item that doesn't reveal Expert Belt because it's neutral. So we're gonna go out into Blue Eyes, the Aggron, and we're gonna take a Hidden Power ground right to the body. Now I didn't think about this before. I figured he would Sludge Bomb. He would have been like Koba Berry. And then Sludge Bomb and get rid of my Tapu Koko right there, T1. But so I don't know. I haven't seen an item on him, so he may have been Koba Berry, may not. But yeah, we go down to a Giga Drain here, and I have to now play this game down, 5-6. So that's a great start. I'm gonna go out into No Scope here, scare this thing out. I'm going to go ahead and Flamethrower anyways, just kind of see what, we saw that he did have the HP ground, but if we can get rid of this thing, that's one less thing Tapu Koko really has to deal with. So he's going to go out into Garchomp here, and we're going to Flamethrower. And on this Flamethrower, Arcanine decides to get the luckiest burn in the world. So we do grab that, and this really weakens the Garchomp for me, which is really nice for the team. So we're gonna go out into Great again, as he cannot Earthquake me. He's just gonna put up his Stealth Rocks. I'm going to put up Stealth Rocks of my own. I believe I have Toxic. I can't remember right now for some reason. So I'm like Rapid Spin, Earth Power, Ice Beam. Oh, Stealth Rock, so I don't have it. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm going to put up my rocks there. He's going to go ahead and get burned, which that's, expected to happen. Now, this Toxic I saw coming a mile away. I'm like, he's going to Toxic here. And I still went into Sohan. I think letting him Toxic my Claydol was the play to go. So now I have a Toxic Sohan, and this kind of really puts me in a bad spot versus his Milotic. Now, as you guys remember from the team builder, not that I remember the team builder, but as you guys remember from the team builder, I was set to outspeed No Speed Milotic, and as you can tell, he has some speed. I don't know how much speed, but he would need at least minimum of 12 EVs in speed to outspeed me, I believe. Because 4 would put him at tie, and then the other 8 EVs would put him at 1 point ahead. So I'm here freaking out. I'm like, this puts me in a really bad spot. Because I can't do anything to him right now, which is terrible. As I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, do I switch? Do I Do I do this? You know, I don't want to take a mirror coat on like a on a Thunderbolt, which will kill pretty much whatever comes in, so that will be bad. So we go ahead and I'm like, okay, if I stay here, I'm putting him in range of Thunderbolt every time with my Hex. Well, close. I get a low roll a couple of times, but so he goes up to full, and then I put him into Thunderbolt range after Hex and burn damage. So he's going to go ahead and continually just recover stall me here. And I'm like, alright, I'm going to let this happen. It's going to happen. We're going to have to Hex. If we can get a crit, we're good. If we don't get a crit, we're still good. So crit would have been nice just to put it in more range. That way, recover later if he's able to get one off doesn't affect me too bad. Because I think it could put me in, it could put him in range of another attack. So, but we don't get any crits, so we should go down here. Or like I said, we get the Hex off. We go down here to the poison, and down goes Sohan. So we are still down 4-6 at this point, but we're gonna make some headway here in just a second. So we go out into Tapu Koko. He should now know that he is in range because he is not Yachi Berry. He should know that he is in range of my Thunderbolt. So he's going to go out into Lord Farquaad. And I'm going to predict this switch because I know that he's in range. So I'm going to click Dazzling Gleam. That's going to go down. Gone. Alright, so Big Threat is gone. I can now freely spam Thunderbolt against pretty much everything. He goes into this Hitmonchan and he bluffs the Scarf really well, which is you know, really fine because I don't want to take a lot of damage anyways. And with Brave Bird, because it's gonna put me in a really bad spot later. So I go out into Arcanine here. He's gonna Earthquake, still leading me to believe that he is potentially Scarf, because Brendan is very smart with his prep. So I believe a Scarf Hitmonchan would have been able to outspeed the Tapu Koko set that I had ran, and Brendan should have known what kind of speed we were looking to run. So he's going to go into the Shine Bright. I'm going to predict this, and I'm going to go ahead and Toxic the Mega Diancie before it Mega Evolves. So that puts me in a good spot. So this thing can't sit here and like set up. It just kind of has to attack. But just in case he wants to go for the Rock Polish or any move like that, I'm going to go ahead and go out into Great again, as it, you know, pretty much, you know, walls this thing. I can Earth Power and do a lot of damage to it, so, and then I can get these rocks away if I need to, which may have been the better play here. But he's going to go ahead and he's going to Mega. He's going to Thunderbolt me. That's not going to do anything because of the Nature's Power turning into Thunderbolt on the electric terrain. He's going to go ahead and get some more poison damage. I think Rapid Spin here might have been a good play. You know, get these rocks away, all that fun jazz, and then I'd have been able to go like Arcanine here against this and not take so much damage. So, but here I elect to stay in, and I'm gonna go for another Earth Power. I'm like, I can get a KO on this thing, hoping that he would go for the Hidden Powered Ground, but he does not. He does not predict his switch. He must assume that I was going to predict his predicted switch, so stays in. I believe that the second Earth Power was a low roll there, which kind of hurts, unfortunately. Now here I should have clicked Rapid Spin. He's going to go ahead and go for the Toxic Spike. I'm going to go ahead and I should have spun, but I clicked the Earth Power again. I was really hoping to get a KO, and I think I got like the second low roll, like 2 low rolls in a row, and it just put me down to nowhere. So that was unforked. I didn't calc it, but the damage rolls just looked low. I mean, before it looked like I did a chunk, and then here it looked like I did 0. Now I'm gonna go out into Airbud here. I was like, I can just spam 1,000 arrows at this point and kill some stuff. So I'm gonna spam 1,000 arrows and I'm gonna kill this thing. Boop. It dies. This was not the play to do. Looking back at everything, this is why. He now gets to go out into his Milotic and he gets a free recover. And then I just make more mistakes by going into Arcanine. It wasn't really a mistake. It needed to go down so I can get Tapu Koko in for free without taking damage in case he just wanted to Ice Beam and get rid of that, knowing that he could live. But you know that their recover was coming, so going Tapu Koko versus the Roserade was the play every time. I believe it was in range of a Thunderbolt. If not, I could have Brave Birded and then Thunderbolted. So that didn't really matter. Now, I mean, I have definitely plenty of time to get back into this. Definitely plenty of space to go. Now, he's going to Earth Power. He's going to take me out. That's perfectly fine. Here, I should have gone instead of Koko. I should have gone Zygarde, but I go Koko here. I don't know why. I thought it was the best play at the time, but really I should have gone Zygarde. Would have just taken a little bit of rocks, and then I would have been able to spam 1,000 arrows. He's going to protect to get a little more poison damage off. Not really sure. I'm going to assume that's what it is, just to get that poison damage racked up, because it seemed like a silly play to let his Dancy take that. Maybe, I don't know if he could have lived anything or not. But so I predict a switch here, so you can use this as a sack later to get in, like my Milotic for free against my team later. So I predict a switch and I go for the Brave Bird, showing off that I do have it. He's going to go out into the Rotom Fan. He now knows that I am not choice locked. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to Thunderbolt here. He makes a nice prediction and goes for the Hidden Power Ice. So I'm glad I did not switch there. So yeah, he's going to go down here, but I'm really low on health, and I think having gone the other route, I think I would have been in a much better spot. In this game. So he's going to go out into the Hitmonchan. I can't come back in on rocks, so I go ahead and I go for the Brave Bird. We do see that he is not Scarf, and we can take this thing out. Boop. And it's gone. So that's really good. But now my Tapu Koko's gone, and I have to face a Milotic alone. A burn Milotic alone with my my Zygarde, my Choice Band Zygarde. So here I'm like, oh, okay, he's in a super duper ultra mega crit range. So I just need one of those. So if we can just get a super duper ultra mega crit here, we win the game. We don't get a super duper ultra mega crit. We just get a regular roll, and we take an Ice Beam to the doggy face, and we die. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We take a 1-0 loss versus Brendan and the Marlboro Mudsdales week 1. It's really unfortunate. You know, I really wanted to come out here and get a win going for the team week 1, and we just take a L. In the mocks, I was getting obliterated, so you know, a 1-0 loss isn't extremely terrible, but A loss is still not what we want, especially having to go down 4-6 right in the beginning, pretty much, to try and catch up. So I mean, the thing that we literally played the game almost down 4-0, 4-6, and we're able to come back with a 1-0 loss instead of, like, a bigger deficit of margin. Was pretty good, but we need to make some better plays. So yeah. Anyways, guys, join me for the press conference. That'll be up shortly after this. But as always, bros, keep gaming.